All right, good evening. Hello, hello. It is time for some more Umineko. Probably going to finish episode 3 today, I think. Unless something completely off the walls happens. Where did I put? There it is. Okay. The seagulls do be crying. Okay, so let's see. Last week, everybody died. The end. Yeah. Let's see. Well, first off, best girl is dead again. Uh, I would call Virgilia best girl, at least at this point. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Let's see. So, yeah, Beato, yeah, not Beatrice, Beato, no longer witch. Well, not really. She's starting to try to make people happy. She revived Shannon with George's help. He's like, oh wow, this is actually amazing. And then everything got ruined. Because of Beatrice the Third. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. We still have Ava, Nanjo. Oh, we have Beatrice, Jessica, and Battler. Wow, wow, wow. Interestingly enough, Virgilia does not show as being dead. So, I don't know. And I feel like the rabbit's bow is totally OP. I don't know. I mean, not even a witch can block that without preparation. It seems a little too strong. Anyway, Virgilia threw out some magical chaff. The arrow confused Virgilia for Beatrice, or Beato. And Virgilia gone poof. And this makes me sad. But hopefully some character development from Beato. I sort of want Battler to just like come in here, swoop in with his anti-magic mentality and just ruin Ava Beatrice's plans. Throw everything off course. Let's see. Right. Jessica got in a fight with Ava. And I guess she didn't get shot, but like the flash from the gun blinded her, at least momentarily. I think Ava ran off. Battler chased after her. And then Nanjo and Jessica are in the servant bedroom. Or servant room. And yeah, she's on the bed. Okay. Not the servant bedroom. I think that's about everything. A bunch of people died. But this is where we are now. After sitting Jessica on the servant room bed, Nanjo told her several times not to touch her eyes and examined the affected area. The barrel had probably been near her eyes. There was a possibility that the flames from the discharge had injured her corneas. There was no threat to her life, but it would probably be necessary to take her to a doctor as soon as possible. Nanjo applied emergency first aid, covering the affected area with gauze and wrapping it with a bandage. As a result, Jessica completely lost her field of vision.
いいですかな。傷が痛んだりうずいたりするでしょうが、絶対にかいたり揉んだりしてはなりませんぞ。明日になったらすぐに眼科の先生のところへ行きましょう。
Is that okay? Is that okay? The wound may hurt or itch, but you mustn't scratch at it or rub it. When tomorrow comes, let us go to an... big word. Ophthalmologist. Let us go to an ophthalmologist as soon as possible.
あいつね、本当は私を殺すつもりだったんだ。ほんのちょっと角度が悪かったら今頃殺されてた。絶対にあいつを警察へ突き出してやる。
That bitch. She was really trying to kill me. The angle had been just a little bit off. I'd have been killed by now. Definitely turn her into the police.
エヴァさんはそんなことはしませんぞ。あれは事故です。
Eva-san would not do such a thing. That was an accident.
事故なもんか。あいつが父さんと母さんを殺したんだ。この島には19人目も魔女もいるわけがない。あいつが全ての犯人なんだ。ゲストハウスの1階にはあいつだけがいた。
You call that an accident? She killed Dad and Mom. There's no way any 19th person or witch exists on this island. She's behind everything. She was the only one on the first floor of the guest house.
父さんと母さんを殺し、それを見てしまったジョージ兄さんも口封じに殺したに違いない。じいさまや使用人の人たちだってそうさ。きっとあいつは夕べの親族会議の途中でこっそり抜け出し、みんなを殺したに違いない。
George Nissan must have seen her kill Mom and Dad, and she killed him to keep him quiet. It's the same with Grandfather and the servants. I'm sure she snuck out of the family conference last night and killed all of them.
もしそうならば、警察が調べればすぐにわかることです。警察はすごいですぞ。鑑識の手にかかればわからぬことなどありません。私たちは誰かを疑ったり恨んだりする必要などないのです。すべて警察が解決してくれます。
If that is indeed the case, then we'll find out about it as soon as the police investigate. The police are incredible, and with their powers of discernment, there is nothing that cannot be understood. There is no need for us to suspect or hate anyone. The police will resolve everything. Nanjo got that good copium?
だからジェシカさんは今は体を休め、目を楽にすることに専念するのです。あまり眉間にシワを寄せては目にはもちろん美容にもよくありませんぞ。
So for now, Jessica-san, you should devote yourself to resting your body and keeping your eyes safe. Of course, if you wrinkle your forehead too much, it will do nothing good for your eyes, not to mention your beauty. When Jessica's abuse of Ava had reached a crescendo, she actually had started glaring instinctively. The pressure on her eyes had hurt her. Jessica herself realized that the more she talked, the more the wound would hurt. And regardless of whether she'd overcome her suspicions of Ava, she regained her composure for the time being.
あいつが殺したんだ。父さんや母さんを シャノンやカノン君を
Killed them. Dad and Mom. Shannon. Cannon-kun. Cannon-kun. He'd heard that Cannon had been killed in the chapel. Jessica still hadn't seen his face after he had died. Jessica was now less fearful about the fact that she was blinded, and more frightened that the police would carry Cannon's body away while she still couldn't see. That she would have to say her final farewell without being able to look at his face. Her anger at the culprit, and her sadness at the death of the person she'd liked. Those mixed emotions started her crying. But right now, tears were actually painful for her, though she wasn't even permitted to leisurely remember his face in bygone days. Jessica could do nothing but sit on the bed and let her head droop, withstanding the pain.
さて、今度はエヴァさんの方が心配です。気に病まれていなければいいのですが。
Well then, now I'm worried more about Ava-san. I hope she isn't too shaken by this. Realizing that Jessica had calmed down for the time being and letting out a sigh, he stuck his head out into the hallway to look for any sign of the others coming back. Then their eyes met. Nanjo, unable to understand who this person was bewildered for an instant.
視力を失った人間って反魔法力も対魔法抵抗力もゼロになるんですって。つまり今のあんたはアイソレーテッドポーン。意味がわかるかしら。
I hear that people who have lost the power of sight have zero anti-magic power and magic resistance power. In other words, you're an isolated pawn right now. Understand what that means? That is a very concerning smile. Especially since her teeth are now pointed and there's a gap in the middle. What did you say? Nanjo had no way of understanding who the person in front of him was, much less what she had just said.
南條先生、どうしたんです？
Dr. Nanjo, what's going on? Unable to see, Jessica had to rely on voices alone to make out the situation. But since she had heard Nanjo say something in an uneasy tone, she tightened up, thinking that something bad might have happened.
やめてくれ。殺さないでくれ。わしには病弱の孫がおる。ここでは死ねんのだ。頼む、見逃してくれ。
Stop, please. Please don't kill me. I have a sick grandchild. I mustn't die here. Please spare me. Oof.
南條先生、南條先生。
Dr. Nanjo? Dr. Nanjo! Jessica couldn't do anything except call out from the bed. Judging by the tone of his voice, Nanjo was in the corridor, confronting someone. He was scared. His life must have been threatened just a second ago.
よせ、やめろ。
Oh, stop it!
第9の晩に魔女はよみがえり、誰も生き残れはしない。
On the ninth twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive. The witch pointed the end of her gold staff at Nanjo. Even though he didn't know what she was planning to do, Nanjo assumed that she must be trying to take his life.
南條先生南條先生そこに誰がいるんだよ返事をしろよ
Dr. Nanjo! Dr. Nanjo! Is someone there? Answer me!
やめてくれ
Bang. A sharp sound echoed. And just as sharply, the tip of the golden staff tapered and stretched, slicing into Nanjo's forehead. Jessica, who could only try to grasp what was happening with her ears, had no clue what was going on. But even so, she was able to realize that with that sound, Nanjo had died. And she could tell that the person was now in the corridor, right in front of the servant room. Furthermore, since she couldn't see, she wouldn't be able to run away, much less resist. Knowing that she was a mouse in a trap and in a life or death situation, Jessica shuddered.
ああ、ジェシカ。かわいそうにね。目を怪我しちゃったのね。なら、あなたは逃げることもできないわね。今から南條の死体でたっぷり遊ぶわ。それに飽きたら、次はあなたを殺してたっぷり遊んであげる。
Oh, Jessica. Too bad your eyes got injured. Now you can't even escape. I'm gonna play a whole lot with Nanjo's corpse now. When I get bored of that, I'll kill you next and play a bunch more.
いいえ、せっかく目が見えないんだもの。殺してからだけじゃない。殺す前にもたっぷり遊んであげるわね。そこでしばらく震えながら待ってなさいね。南條の死体で私がどんな風に遊ぶのかをたっぷり想像しながら。
No, wait. If I've got you here blind already, I won't wait until you're dead. I'll have a lot of fun with you before I kill you too. So wait there shaking for a while, okay? As you try to imagine all the ways I'm playing with Nanjo's corpse. Jessica was struck with fear and let out a frail scream. She wanted to scream in a much louder voice, trying to get someone to help her. But she couldn't. When faced with true fear, it clogs up a person's throat. Right then, Jessica could barely even breathe.
助けて助けて
Help me! Help me! She searched around with her hands, trying to find some way to escape. But even though she should have known this room well, just being unable to see made it like a closed room of darkness. I mean, I gotta say, if your life is in danger like this, take off the blindfold. Like, she should be able to see just a tiny bit, I think. Still, maybe. It might cause permanent damage, but... well, and it's not like she could really escape anyway, but... if you're in that situation, I think you would try to take it off and see if you can see. She ran into a shelf or something, and things like candy jars and bottles fell down, hitting her on the head. As she was now, it would have been tough for her to even guard her head to block it. She was painfully aware of how powerless humans become just by losing their sense of sight. Of course, she had no time to be impressed by this fact. She crawled around at random, trying to escape from that place. But she kept bumping into things that she didn't understand, getting hit by various falling objects. And it felt like the entire room was alive, bullying her and refusing to let her escape. Then, a footstep could be heard from that presence in the hallway. And then, a voice. She'd probably poked her head into the room, since Jessica had been so loud.
にぎやかね。レディーならおとなしくベッドに座って待っていなさい。令状にふさわしい素敵な真っ赤な死に装束を与えてやるんだから。あなたを見つけた人が失神してしまいそうになるくらいのね。
You really are noisy. Act like a lady and wait there on the bed. So I'll give you a wonderful blood-red death outfit fitting for such an honored daughter. Something good enough to make the person who finds you faint, okay? Till just a second ago, she had sworn that she'd kill the culprit if she found them. However, she was now very powerless. She couldn't do anything except let out a scream, crawling around on the floor and bumping her head into the desk, or into the bed and the legs of desks.
助けて助けて誰か助けて父さん母さんバトラー誰か来てよ助けてよカノン
Help me. Help me. Someone help me. Dad. Mom. Battler. Someone come. Help me, Cannon-kun. In the corridor, as the witch thought of how to toy with Nanjo's life, a single gold butterfly secretly watched that scene from the corner of the hallway. Huh? It was Beato, who had barely escaped with her life once before. The gold butterfly softly returned to human form. Beato? What are you gonna do? You are extremely weak. It was faint and transparent like a lace curtain. By now, her power was so weak that even maintaining this form was difficult for her. Right next to her, Ronove also appeared.
ジェシカも生き残れはしないでしょう。もとより誰も生き残れはしませんが。
It is unlikely that Jessica will survive. Of course, there were to be no survivors from the very beginning.
あやつはカノンに恋心を寄せておった。わらわはそれをもてあそんだこともある。しかしそれは魔女として恥ずべきことであった。
She has grown feelings of love for Canon. I have toyed with them at times. However, such behavior was shameful for a witch.
愛とは一なる元素。恋心はそれ以上に純粋で尊いものでございます。 なぜかお嬢様はとてもそれを嫌われますが。
Love is the single element. Romantic love is even more pure, more sacred. Though for some reason you seem to despise it thoroughly, milady.
お師匠様は言った。魔法とは人を幸せにするためにあるとな。わらわもかつてはそれを知っていたはずだった。
Teacher told me, magic exists to bring people happiness. That's something I myself must have been aware of in the past.
そしてそれを忘れた時から、だからわらわはバトラの対戦相手の資格を失っていたのだ。
Ever since I forgot that, I stopped being a witch. And so, I lost the right to be Battler's opponent.
まさかお嬢様、ジェシカを助けるおつもりですか。危険です。
I can hardly believe it, milady. Do you actually intend to rescue Jessica? It will be dangerous.
分かっておる。どうせ助けても黄金鏡の扉が開けば魔女の宴の慰み者よ。しかしそれでもあやつの殺し方に比べれば数段慈悲深い。魔女の宴は恐るべき方法にて命を奪う。二度は奪わぬ。生死をもてあそばぬ。
I know. Even if I do save her, she will become a plaything of the witch's banquet when the door to the Golden Land opens. But even so, that death would be far more compassionate than what that person would do to her. The witch's banquet steals lives in a terrible way, but it does not do so more than once. It does not toy with life and death.
しかしあやつは違う。何度でも殺す。面白半分で殺す。そこにはわずかほどの慈悲もない。わらわはせめてジェシカをそのような残酷な運命から救いたいと思う。
However, that person is different. She kills over and over. She kills for fun. There's not even a trace of compassion there. I want to at least save Jessica from that kind of cruel fate.
確かにそれを行うことは良き魔女として称えられることでしょう。しかし新しきベアトリーチェ様はすでにお嬢様のことを敵視なされています。もう一度姿を見られることがあったなら今度は逃れる術はありませんよ。
Certainly. By carrying that out, you would probably be praised as a good witch. However, the new Beatrice-sama already views you as hostile, milady. If you were to be seen by her again, you would not have any method of escape this time, correct?
ジョージをシャノンに合わせた時、わらわはようやく魔女、そして魔法とはどういうものなのかを理解したのだ。
When I reunited George and Shannon, I finally understood what a witch is, and what magic is.
わらわは魔女だ。魔女であらねばならぬ。そしてバトラに対戦相手だと認められ、今度こそバトラに魔女だと認めさせなければならぬのだ。
I am a witch. I must act as a witch. And I must be acknowledged as Battler's opponent, and make Battler accept me as a witch this time around.
そのための道は長く険しいかもしれない。 しかし今ここでその一歩を踏み出さねば、わらわは魔女を名乗れぬのだ。
The road to that goal may be long and difficult. However, if I do not take a step forward here and now, I won't be able to call myself a witch.
お気持ちはわかりますが、どうやってお救いになるつもりです？今のお嬢様の身に使える魔法は多くありません。シャノンを蘇らせる時ですら、ジョージの力を借りたではありませんか。
I understand your feelings, but how do you plan to rescue her? There are not many forms of magic that your body is capable of now, milady. Do you not have to borrow George, or did you not have to borrow George's power even back when you revived Shannon?
だからこそジェシカだけは救えるかもしれぬのだ。今あやつはカノンに助けを求めている。その思いの力を借りれば、わらわの魔力にてもう一度冥府の扉を叩けるかもしれない。
Indeed. And for that very reason, I may be able to save Jessica. Right now, she is begging for Canon to save her. If I can borrow the power of that emotion, my magic may be able to knock on the doors of the land of the dead once again.
叩けはするでしょう。しかし魔力を使い切ります。新しきベアトリーチェ様にもし見つかったら、本当に逃れる術はありませんよ。私はすでにお嬢様の執事ではありません。いざという時、お助けすることはできませんので、ご了承。
You may be able to knock. However, you would use up all of your magical energy. If you were to be spotted by the new Beatrice-sama, you would truly be without a method of escape. I am no longer your butler, milady. Understand that I cannot assist you if the situation worsens.
承知しておるわ。わらわはこれまで数えることもできぬほどの命をもてあそび、奪ったならばその罪は同じ数だけの命を救うことでしかあがないのかもしれない。
I know. By now, I have toyed with and taken more lives than I can count. So I may not be able to make up for it, except by saving the same number of lives, bringing them through that door.
もとよりわらわに失うものなどないわ。名も魔力も引き継ぎ、今や魔女とも認められぬただの黄金の蝶。
I have had nothing to lose in the first place. I am just a gold butterfly who has passed its name and magic power on, and who is no longer acknowledged as a witch.
バトラ様はどうなさるのですか？ゲームの途中です。彼はお嬢様がお戻りになるまで待つとおっしゃいました。ここで果てるようなことがあっても良いのですか？お嬢様にはバトラ様の向かいの席に戻る義務があるのですよ。
What about Battler-sama? You are partway through a game with him. He has said that he would wait until you return. Are you truly satisfied to end it here? You have a duty to return to the seat across from Battler-sama, milady.
だからこそだ。わらわにしか救えぬ命があるならば、わらわはそれを救う。そして魔女と認められるぞ。わらわは魔女にならねばならぬのだ。これが試練であるならば、これまでの悪行に見合わぬ幼稚なものよ。
For that very reason, If there's a life that only I can save, I will save it. And I will be accepted as a witch. I must become a witch. If this is training, it is a very childish thing. Nothing that compares with the evils I have committed before now.
さあ、姿を消せ、ロノよ。かつて黄金の魔女と呼ばれた一匹の蝶が最後となるかもしれぬ魔法を見るがいい。
Vanish, Ronove. Watch what may be called Watch what may be the final magic of a single butterfly who used to be called a witch.
かしこまりました。黄金の魔女の名に恥じぬ魔法、拝見させてもらいます。願わくば、それが最後の魔法とならぬこと。
Certainly. Please show me magic. Will not disgrace the name of the Golden Witch. And I pray that it is not your final spell. Don't worry, that's a whole different game.
行け。もしインクが足りるなら、我が愚かなる生涯を記して同じ道を歩もうとする愚か者に手渡せ。さらばだ、ロノウ。
Go, my friend. If you can find enough ink, write down the story of my foolish life and hand it over to some fool who is about to walk down the same path. So long, Ronove. Nani?
Kanoku. どこにいるの？どこにいるの？助けて。助けてよ。
Canon-kun, where are you? Where are you? Help me. Help me.
お嬢様、僕はいつだってお嬢様のすぐそばに控えております。
Milady, I am always there by your side.
カノン君。カノン君。
It seemed to Jessica as though she'd heard Ken's voice just then. She looked around with unseeing eyes, but of course, she saw nothing. On the contrary, that action caused her head to hit the desk again.
カノン君。カノン君。助けて。助けて。
Canon-kun, Canon-kun, help me, help me.
はい、お嬢様、僕がお助けします。
Yes, milady. I will help you.
カノン君。生きてたの？
Canon-kun, you survived? This time, she thought she heard his voice clearly. Jessica jumped up in surprise, banging her head against the desk once again. Darn it, Jessica.
お嬢様、どうか心を落ち着けてお聞きください。残念ながら僕は生きてはいません。
Milady, please, calm your heart and listen. Unfortunately, I am not alive.
僕はすでに死んでしまっています。ですが、あの魔女がお嬢様の危機を僕に知らせに来ました。
I have already died. However, that witch came to tell me of your peril.
そしてわずかの間だけお嬢様に手助けできる時間をくれました。どうか心をもっと落ち着けて。そうすればお嬢様にも僕の姿が見えるようになります。
And she gave me just a little bit of time so that I could save you, milady. Please, calm your heart even more. If you do, my form will become visible even to you, milady. Jessica obeyed those words. She chased all idle thoughts from her head and relaxed her breathing. Of course, her heart felt like it was going to explode after hearing the voice of the one she'd liked and had thought was dead. She resisted the excitement with all her strength. When she did, she felt as though Canon-kun really was right in front of her. Even though she shouldn't have been able to see him with her eyes, she was able to sense him clearly.
僕が見えますか、お嬢様。
Can you see me, milady?
はあ、見えるぜ。確かにカノン君が見えるよ。
Yeah, I can see. I can definitely see you, Canon-kun.
僕は魂だけの存在です。だからお嬢様に触れることはできません。こうして言葉をかけることしかできない。それだけしかできないか弱い存在ですが、それでもお嬢様の力になれるはずです。
I exist only as a soul now, so I cannot touch you, milady. I cannot do anything except talk to you like this. With my current weak existence, I can do nothing more than that. But I should be able to be of some aid to you, milady.
言葉だけなの。カノン君に触ることはできないの？
So, we can only talk? I can't touch you, Canon-kun?
僕は今ろうそくの煙よりも儚い存在です。聖者であるお嬢様に触れられればたちまちかき消えてしまうほどに。だからどうか触れようとしないでください。僕もお嬢様に触れたい気持ちを抑えているのですから。
I am now more fragile than smoke from a candle. So much so that if one of the living such as you were to touch me, I would be wiped away instantly. So please, don't try to touch me, because I am also holding back my desire to touch you, milady.
うん。
Okay.
それよりお嬢様、よく聞いてください。新しい黄金の魔女は残酷な心の持ち主です。必ずやお嬢様をひどい目に遭わせようとするでしょう。この部屋から逃げ出し隠れなければなりません。
More importantly, milady, please listen well. The new Golden Witch has a cruel heart. She surely plans to make you meet with a horrible fate. You must escape from this room and hide.
どうやって？私は目が見えない。
How? I can't see anything.
静かに。僕がお嬢様の目になります。 僕がかける言葉に従って動いてください。まずそのまま3歩這い出て、それから立ち上がってください。今お嬢様がいるのは机の下です。そのまま立てば頭をぶつけます。
Quiet. I will be your eyes, milady. Please move in accordance with my instructions. First, please crawl 3 steps from there, then stand up. You are now under the desk, milady. If you stand there, you'll hit your head.
机の下だったのか。わかったよ。1、2、3。立つぜ。
That was under the desk? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna stand.
お上手です。次は時計で言う9時の方向を向いてください。はい、お上手です。
Well done. Next, please turn to face towards 9 o'clock. Yes, well done.
なんだか恥ずかしいぜ。
This is pretty embarrassing. Ow, ow, ow.
大丈夫ですか？傷が痛みますか？
Are you okay? Does your wound hurt?
いや、平気だぜ。次は。
No, I'm fine. What next? Jessica thought that if this was a dream, she didn't want to wake up. And if she were allowed to, she would have wanted to take off the bandage covering her eyes and see him. However, if she did that, Cannon might vanish like a frail candle smoke, just like he himself had said. She was afraid of that. So she satisfied herself with just listening to his words once more, repressing her desire to see him, to hold him. Therefore, what hurt her eyes now were tears of gratitude. Tears of gratitude for the god, or maybe the witch, who had given her this miraculous moment.
大丈夫なの？こんなに喋ってあいつに気づかれない？声を聞かれない？
Is this okay? If we keep talking like this, won't we be noticed by her? Won't our voices be heard?
隠密の結界を張っています。大きな音や声を出さなければ誰も気づきません。だから誰も僕の気配には気づけない。
I have erected a secrecy barrier. As long as we don't make any loud sounds or speak noisily, no one will notice us. That's why people can't tell when I'm around. Oh, hey there, Tavio. How goes it?
なんだかわからないけど、とにかく静かにしてれば大丈夫ってことなんだな。次はどうするんだ？
I don't really get it. But anyway, we'll be fine as long as we stay quiet, right? What should I do next? You good? How about me? I felt like a slug today. But eventually, with my willpower, I got myself moving and got myself to the chiropractor. And got something to eat. And here we are.
Yes!
I don't know why, I just felt really sluggish today.
そのままゆっくり10歩ほど歩いてください。ソファーに触ります。それに沿って進んでください。ゆっくりと落ち着いて、僕の言葉を信じて。
Please walk 10 steps in that direction. You'll touch the sofa. Please continue along that. Do it slowly. Stay calm. Believe in my words.
不思議だぜ。目が見えないってのはあんなにも怖いものだったのに、カノン君と一緒だと全然怖くないよ。
Sure. It's weird. Even though it's so scary not being able to see. I'm not scared at all if you're with me, Canon-kun. And I tell you what, this has been dealing me constant emotional damage. Like, not a whole lot, but just constant amounts of small emotional damage, mostly from the music.
そう、それがソファーです。左になぞりながらゆっくり進んで、すぐ左にテーブルがあります。すねをぶつけないように気をつけて。
Yes, that is the sofa. Trace it to the left while advancing slowly. There is a table just to your left. Be careful not to bump into it with your shins. It was a very, very strange and bizarre team effort. Even though she would have been killed in an instant if the terrible witch noticed her, there was no fear in Jessica's heart. She was being protected and guided by Canon, someone she thought she'd never be reunited with. It would probably be just a momentary miracle. Even so, Jessica was deeply grateful for it. If she hoped for too much, she was sure that he would disappear, so she tried not to ruin this faint miracle. And trying to engrave this moment into her heart for all eternity, she slowly continued to walk, obeying Canon's voice.
さあ、さらに10歩歩けば使用人室から出ます。そしたら9時の方向を向いてゆっくりとずっと歩いてください。右の壁に手を置き、それに沿ってずっと僕が安全な部屋までお連れします。
Okay, if you walk 10 more steps, you will exit the servant. You will exit the servant room. Then, please turn to face 9 o'clock and keep walking very slowly. Put your hand on the wall to your right and keep on following that. I will take you to a safe room.
そこに行ったらカノン君は帰っちゃうの？
If I go there, will you leave, Canon-kun? Canon didn't answer, but his lack of an answer was enough to tell her the truth.
ならやだ、行きたくないよ。
Then, no way. I don't want to go.
ここにいれば魔女に殺されます。
If you stay here, you'll be killed by the witch.
いいよ、殺されればカノン君のいる世界へ行けるもん。
I don't mind. If I'm killed, I can go to the world where you are, Canon-kun.
お嬢様、どうか聞き分けてください。死者である僕には人の世は眩しくて辛すぎる。だから長くはとどまれません。
Milady, please listen to me. The human world is too bright and painful for the dead, like me. So I cannot stay for long.
だからお嬢様、僕に許された時間でお嬢様を安全な場所まで導くことをどうか許してください。そしたら時間が尽きるまでずっとお嬢様と一緒にいますから。
So, milady, please allow me to use what time I am allowed to guide you to a safe place. Because after that, I will stay with you until my time runs out.
それがカノン君にできる精一杯なの。
Is that very best you can manage, Canon-kun?
はい。その代わり、1秒でも長くお嬢様のそばにいるようにします。ずっとお嬢様といてお話をします。
Yes. In exchange, I will stay by your side as long as possible. I will stay with you and talk with you, milady.
どんなお話？
Talk about what?
どんなお話がいいですか？
What do you want to talk about?
カノン君が聞かせてくれるなら、どんな話でもいいよ。
I don't care what, as long as you're willing to tell me, Canon-kun.
では、勇気のない臆病な使用人の少年の話を太陽のように眩しいお嬢様に恋心を抱き、同じ気持ちを打ち明けられながらも臆病さに負け、ついに生あるうちに自分に素直になれなかった愚かで哀れな少年の話を。
Well then, I will tell you the story of a cowardly servant boy who lacked all courage. The story of a foolish and pitiful boy who fell in love with a young lady as radiant as the sun. Even when the lady confessed those same feelings to him, he lost to his cowardice, and was never able to be honest with his feelings while he still lived. Imagine wanting to finish the chapter last week. Yeah. I did not imagine that something like this would happen.
なら、私もしたいよ。
By the way, I hope they're still moving as they talk.
大好きな男の子にね。もっともっと大好きだよって。勇気を振り絞れなかった臆病な女の子の話を。そして、その男の子に再会できる奇跡を神様がくださって、その勇気を振り絞る機会をもう一度与えてもらった女の子が勇気を振り絞る話を。
Yes. Then I want to tell you a story too. It's the story of a cowardly girl who couldn't muster the courage to tell the boy she loved how she felt much more often. The story of how that girl, after being reunited with that boy by a miracle from God, used that chance to finally muster up her courage.
僕もその話を聞きたいです。だからそのためにも行きましょう。安全な場所まで。
I also want to hear that. So for that reason as well, let us go to a safe place.
カノン君と一緒ならいつまでだってどこまでだって歩くよ。もう目なんていらない。カノン君が踏み出せと言うなら崖の先へだって一歩を踏み出すよ。
Yeah, if I could be with you, Canon-kun, I would walk however far, however long it took. I don't need eyes anymore. If you tell me to step forward, I will take that step, even if it leads off a cliff. Dang.
ありがとう。
The allergies really getting to me. Yeah, it's totally allergies.
さあ、お嬢様。参りますよ。最初の10歩。
Thank you. Come, milady. Let us go. The first 10 steps.
嫌だ。ジェシカって呼んでくれなきゃ。やだ。
No, I don't like it. I won't do it unless you call me Jessica.
わかりました。では、ジェシカ、最初の10歩を踏み出して。
Understood. Well then, Jessica. Take the first 10 steps.
カノン君。
Yes, Canon-kun. Very quietly, Jessica and Cannon slowly snuck out of the servant room. Just around the corner, the witch could be seen cruelly looking down at Nanjo's corpse. But she didn't even notice their presence. However, Ronove, who stood at the ready by her side, met Cannon's eyes. Cannon thought, oh no, grimacing and blocking Jessica with his back. However, Ronove did not inform his master. He played dumb, just as though he hadn't spotted Cannon in the first place. No, maybe he did appear to chuckle. From a finger on Ronove's hands, which were joined behind his back, a single small gold butterfly appeared, flying in front of Cannon as though guiding him. It went unnoticed by the master he served. Cannon was surprised at the magic that butterfly held, because it was far more powerful than the secrecy barrier Cannon possessed. He may not have known it, but that power of his had originally been Ronove's. Oh? I thought he wasn't going to help. Cannon's ability was an imitation of that, which Kinzo had made and given to him. Oh, I see. I thought it meant that Ronove was helping, but it just means that, yeah, Cannon's ability to do that was an imitation. As that butterfly of secrecy magic scattered gold scales, it grew smaller bit by bit. It probably wouldn't last long, but without a doubt, even that would buy them enough time to get them far away from the cruel witch.
さあ、お嬢様。その壁に沿い、ずっと歩いていきましょう。ずっと。
But yeah, Rip Nanjo. Thank you for being a distraction, Nanjo.
ずっと。
Okay, milady. Let's follow that wall and keep walking. Keep going. Keep going.
カノン君と一緒ならどこまでもずっとずっと。
Yeah. If I can be with you, Canon-kun, I'll keep on going. On and on. Led and protected by the small gold butterfly, the pair, separated by the wall of life and death, slowly walked away toward the end of the corridor. There was no way that the evil witch could have had magic to notice their flight. Until they disappeared at the other end of the corridor, the witch didn't realize that Jessica had vanished, By the time the gold butterfly Ronove had sent evaporated completely, Jessica had reached the parlor. Wait, so... Okay, so Ronove did help them. That was a little confusing. Even though it would have been a quick trip if she'd been able to see, as she was now, it had been a very long adventure.
さあ、お嬢様。客間にたどり着きました。これからお嬢様を窓際のカーテンの束のところまでお連れします。その中に隠れればきっと安全です。
Come, milady. We've reached the parlor. I will now take you to the bundle of curtains by the window. If you hide in there, you'll surely be safe.
カーテンの中か。うまいな。私も昔よくそこに隠れたもんだぜ。
Inside the curtains? Not bad. I used to hide in there a lot long ago. Behind the curtains. Nani? I will just have to believe that that is actually a valid thing.
ベアトリーチェ様。
Cannon called out the witch's name. Jessica looked around in surprise, but she obviously couldn't spot the witch when she couldn't see. Beato had appeared once again with a faint form. Cannon squared off against the figure of the evil witch. But Beato's expression was soft, or even pitying.
どういう気まぐれで僕を蘇らせてくれたのか。僕にはあなたの気持ちがわからない。
I don't know what sort of whim led you to revive me, nor do I understand what you're thinking now.
気まぐれに過ぎぬ。いや、魔女とはこうあるべきなのだ。わらわがそれを気づくのに1000年をかけた。それだけの愚かしい話だ。
Oh, it was nothing more than a whim. No, this is how witches should be. It took me 1,000 years to realize that. That is how foolish it is.
誰がいるの？
Who is it? Who's there?
お嬢様、お静かに。彼女は魔女、ベアトリーチェ。僕をお嬢様にもう一度会わせてくれた恩人です。
Milady, be quiet. She is the witch, Beatrice. I owe her because she let me be with you one more time.
魔女ベアトリーチェ。
Witch, Beatrice.
わらわのことなどどうでもよい。それより早くその女をカーテンの陰に隠すがよい。そなたに残された時間も長くないであろう。ジェシカと最後の語らいに費やすがいい。
Forget about me. More importantly, you should quickly hide that girl in the shadows of the curtains. You probably do not have much time left. You may spend it having a final conversation with Jessica.
カーテンの束の中で密会とは、そなたらもなかなか味な真似をする。
A secret meeting inside a bunch of curtains. How clever you two are.
ありがとうベアトリーチェ。カノン君に会わせてくれてありがとう。